Vir, a young warrior, was known for his skill in battle but often made rash decisions, eager to prove his worth. His kingdom was small, but he dreamed of expanding its borders. One day, an old sage visited the kingdom. Hearing of Vir's impatience, the sage offered him a challenge.
I can teach you the power of patience, but you must trust me completely.
He said,
Meet me at the river tomorrow morning with your army, and I will show you the lesson you need to learn.
Vir, always eager for a challenge, showed up with his army. The sage stood by the river, holding a map.
Vir,
the sage said,
on the other side of this river is an unguarded city, ripe for conquest. But here's the catch. You must cross this river without using your army's strength. You may only use the resources you find along the way.
Vir frowned.
That's absurd. Why delay the victory? We could cross with ease and take the city now.
The sage smiled.
Patience, young warrior. Sometimes the hardest battles are fought within.
Vir, reluctant but determined, set out the next morning with a small group of men. They crossed the river and searched the surrounding land for tools, finding nothing but a single, cracked canoe. The water was swift, and crossing in the canoe seemed impossible. Vir, frustrated and unwilling to wait, grabbed a spear and attempted to swim across with it. But the current pulled him under, and he was forced to retreat. He returned to the sage, furious.
This is madness. The city is right there. Why wait?
The sage simply replied,
Sometimes the best path isn't the quickest one.
That night, as Vir lay in his tent, he heard a commotion. A rival army, unaware of Vir's presence, had crossed the river using a nearby bridge. They had taken the city by force. In that moment, the realization hit Vir. Had he been too hasty, he would have walked into the trap set by his rivals, who knew the land better than he did. The sage had taught him not just patience, but wisdom. The art of knowing when to wait, when to act, and how to avoid unnecessary risk. The next day, Vir met the sage again.
You were right,
Vir said quietly.
Patience wasn't just about waiting, it was about strategy.
The sage nodded.
The greatest battles are often won with the mind, not the sword.